I'll push. So if I pushed here and so I just really want you all to see that I am really pushing. She's super strong. You're gonna be okay with that? I'm not hurting your shoulders.
Oh, I'm good. I'm strong.
I know you are, dang it. Next. Okay, so I tried to push her with my might and it didn't work. And instead, so she's here, the first thing I'm going to do is sort of bypass my point of contact. And if I think here and I try to push here, she's gonna win. So I just don't think here. I don't attend here. I take her force and I join it. And do you feel that difference there? And so I just sort of, in my book, I talk about spreading it like peanut butter. Spoiler alert, I use lots of peanut butter in my book.
She's writing a book.
Yes. And then from here, I just kind of relax, open up, which actually she's pushing harder. So then, see, she collapsed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try it again.
Okay.
Don't collapse.
Okay.
All right, so if I push, she's not collapsing. I'm pushing as hard as I can. Dadgum, you're strong.
I am too.
Okay, she's got, look at that wide bow stance. Not fair. But instead, I just kind of join and inflate. And then I go.
Gets me every time.
Yeah. And what does it feel like?
I'm just getting off my rocker.
Yeah.
I'm getting, it's like I can't keep my foot down. But it feels like you're pushing a lot less. It feels like you're relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, that's one of the beauties of Tai Chi is it's so counterintuitive.
It feels like less force, but I lose my balance.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if I try to push you with my force, with just muscular force, even if I do my weight shift, see, it's just not going to get to her. But if I just get into song, so song is this light opening of your body and the releasing of the muscles and sort of an expansion feeling. And all of that allows that force to not come right into me. Okay, so if you push on me, here, let's switch it. I'll go here. You push on me now. So if I let this go right into my skeleton system, into my bones and everything, I'm working against it. I'm fighting against it. It just goes right into me. Even if one foot. So right there, yeah. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. And the only reason my front foot's coming up is because I'm just a little behind the curve. There we go. And while you're busy doing that, I could do something and take you.
Yeah.
What'd you feel?
Yeah, you were solid there.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. But then you just kept moving me in the direction I was already going.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Which I don't have to do. I mean, I can, how are we doing it? Like this, yeah. I mean, I could go through you, which would be one technique. I could catch your fascia here and get underneath and go. But I don't have to have her fascia. I mean, I can, it is a lot of work to go through this, but the first step is relax, open up, and then just sort of join that force. And then the easiest would be to read where she wants to go and take her. Sorry. We have these qualities called Peng, On, Ji, Lu. They're 4 different qualities that we lay inside of song. So let's see if we can do that. If I can do those, I'm not sure. 2 hands on me there. And so if I'm in song, so she's going to push, and hold on, I was behind the curve. So there, now she's pushing, I'm relaxed. I song, and now I'm floating her. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
See how she kind of came up? That's Peng. Peng is inside of song. Like you have to have the song quality, and then you lay, it's like adding a little different food color to each one. So,
P-O-N-G?
P-E-N-G.
P-E-N-G.
Peng means like to bounce, kind of a buoyancy.
Okay.
And usually if I do it correctly. Go ahead and push. And I'm in song. And then what I'll do is just imagine myself floating. And then she floats. So as I, see, did you feel that upwardness?
Yeah.
Now, I'll do a different one. And it's more of a
Sinking.
sinking.
What's that called?
On.
On?
Like you lay, it's not really like you lay on, but it is on. Yeah, it's on. It's a downward sinking.
Yeah.
So I carry the quality inside the song. If I tried to do it again, if I try to do on without song, so I'm not in song right now, I don't think. Go ahead, push. And I try to do on, it's really not very effective. So it's like song is the container. And then I put this on inside the song. And then I just pour it into her. So do you feel a downward? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so then if I push on you, see how you kind of collapse and your hip goes back. Mm-hmm. Whereas with Peng, you kind of went up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then G is straight through.
G-I?
J-I.
J-I.
Yeah. These are all Chinese words, and I say them wrong. So, so you go ahead and push, and I just pretend my back is on a wall, and I just go straight through you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a heavier feel.
Uh-huh.
It's funny, you went, what
There was a lot of force.
A lot of force.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like just...
I felt like I wasn't even ready for it. It was like, it was really coming at you, ready or not.
Like a train.
Yeah.
Exactly. The other one, Lu, is one we use almost all the time in Tai Chi, so I could even combine that with the others. But the Lu is, are you pressing? Go ahead and press. Is sort of that rolling. It's a rolling, yeah. So Lu is rolling, Ji is straight through.
Okay.
Peng is whee, and On is down.
Uh-huh.
But they all have to be inside that quality of song. Yeah. You're actually a really tough person to do because, man, you want to fight it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good because that's good for me too to be able to practice. And I mean, people need to understand she's really strong. I'm going to try a little bit of the fascia stuff then. So if I take you and you're pushing, and I get your fascia connected to your joints, and there she goes. Yeah. If I try to do it by just pushing, I don't have it. But now, see, you immediately, I didn't connect to your joints then. Yeah, there it is. You see, do you feel yourself kind of go? Mm-hmm. So I really could not move her if I was just using muscle. Yeah, I just can't because you're really strong. Thanks. You didn't know you're going to get a workout here. So it's I just kind of get here, or I can spiral it. So I like the spiraling because it's a longer line. So right there, I feel your elbows. Uh-huh. And now I've got your shoulders. Feel yourself wobble a little bit there. I've got your spine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Just by twisting a little bit.
Twisting. And if I twist too much, you stopped wobbling. Mm-hmm. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It's a light twist where I'm getting just beneath the skin just to get to that fascia to connect. There you started wobbling. You feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
It's like it confuses your neurological system for your uprightedness. And then once I have to get your joints. So I get your elbows, your shoulders, your spine, and then I usually just get right under the feet. And even if you resist.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. And we can get the fascia in any way. I could touch like so. So when you were punching at the very beginning, you punch at me, and I would join, now I have your fascia.
Mm-hmm. It's such a gentle pressure.
Yeah.
It's amazing how you can move me with such gentle pressure.
Yes. It's like magic.
Yeah. I've never done Tai Chi before today. So.
Yeah, people have so many conceptions about what Tai Chi is, but Tai Chi is really a lot about what it isn't.
Yeah.
So it's not about using force. It's so counterintuitive. And it is about moving effectively, you know, and using these techniques even in your daily life so that we're preserving our joints, and about actually not using muscle force, because the muscle force contracts and shortens and disrupts the longer part of our body that has a lot of strength, which is our fascia, and it's a mesh that goes all through our body. So when you're pushing against me, if I'm using my muscles to resist you, I'm worried about your wrist there. Go ahead, push against me hard. If I'm using my muscles to resist, yeah, now I'm employing my muscles. Push, 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 push. You see, I'm actually using a less effective power source. Whereas if you touch me, I'm talking about my own fascia now, and I just kind of release my muscles. I'm soft, and I'm hanging my muscles on my fascia web. Now some of them are contracted, like my deltoid, because I mean, once I get even better, I could be really soft. But you're working pretty hard, so I don't need muscle to keep my force. And then now you're starting to go, so I could just easily take you right there. So it's both ways. I can connect to your fascia, but also when somebody's pushing on me, I'm going to rely on my fascia instead of on my muscles, because the muscles shorten and tighten, and they only have so far they can go. And you know, there's a lot, you know, people working out, getting muscles and all that. And I used to be really muscle too, but it's one system. But the Tai Chi system, we bypass that, and yet we get more power. You felt it, yeah. So, what is Tai Chi? Yes, it's defensive martial art. So I'm not going to be on the offense, because if I'm on the offense, then I'm already compromised.
Right.
And it's a kind of defense martial art. Go ahead and grab a hold, where you yield, you keep your postural integrity, you yield, and you connect with the incoming force. You can read it, so on a mechanical standpoint, I can read where she is, or I can redirect it and release into it, connect with it. Now you see how you responded this time? Yeah. And so she's pushing, so I could just step back and bring her this way. So that is like going back to that. It's kind of 101, the feeling the force, reading it, moving it. But if you got somebody that knows you're going to do that, go ahead and take a step. So if I go like this, you've taken a step, yeah. So it's better to yield, like I got a hold of you, and just release. It's like, now I've lost my contention. Like, what the heck? What do I do now? And in that window, you have more options. You can go ahead and push through me. Yeah, that was very nice.
So if someone is really grabbing you, it might be really hard to get that relaxed because you're scared. You're gonna naturally tense up.
That's right.
Yeah.
We have to train around that.
Right.
That's one of the things that we do with partner practice. You know, like with some of my students, I'll just have them grab and then release. Practice that release there. See, so that you get quicker. You know, that's it. Nice, very good. So it's just like, I grabbed. That's right. And see, that time you were even preemptive.
Yeah,
which is even better. Yeah. So in Tai Chi, we don't. Well, the way I teach it, the way Master Ting taught it, we don't focus on our breath, because focus is not conducive in Tai Chi. We want awareness. So if your arms are up here and you take a breath, your breath is up high. If your arms are here, take a breath, your breath is down there. So where your arms are and what your posture is doing will take care of your breath. As soon as I put my awareness in my breath, it's in Tai Chi, it is counterproductive.
Okay.
Did
As
I
a
say
yoga
awareness?
instructor,
I
I'm used to
know.
flowing with my breath, moving with my breath.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know. So in Tai Chi, it is different. Although you'll have people say, no, we breathe in, we breathe out. No.
Okay.
It's more, I think, of a whole body thing with the way I teach Tai Chi. If my posture is, if my posture is right, my breath is right. As soon as I start trying to force my breath, my awareness is somewhere else other than where it needs to be. My awareness needs to be my whole body, your whole body. And as soon as I did that, did you see you started to wobble? If I focus on my breath, I could be changing my chemical, dropping my cortisol and all that. So what I need to be doing is taking care of my posture. Then my breath is where it needs to be and is how it should be. So now instead of fight or flight, I'm in that what we call the parasympathetic system. And so then that puts me in the right place to be able to song and deliver.
You got me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's try it. I'm going to try to focus on my breath. And it just doesn't work. Rather, let's see, if my arms are high, my breath is up here, that's not going to work. If my posture, my Tai Chi posture is good, see how my breath is? And did you feel the effect on you? You immediately started to let go here. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yeah.
It just became a softer encounter immediately, but not because I put my focus in my breath. It was because I put my awareness in my posture, my alignment, my state of song, my joining with you, and even the space between us. And then you started to wobble. But my breathing is here. So your posture in Tai Chi takes care of that breath. In Tai Chi, we don't want to focus on anything. Focus is looking right there. And if I focus on the problem, then I'm not seeing everything else. If I focused on you grabbing me here, I'm not able to draw in other responses. So if I open up my awareness, you feel a difference? All I did there was just opened up my peripheral vision. Now I have all sorts of options here, and my breath is low. My posture is pretty well taken care of just by opening up into awareness. So let's feel the difference, okay? So that's focus. That's awareness. You feel any difference?
Then you're more relaxed.
Is it more relaxed?
Yep.
Let's try it with you. So you can focus anywhere. Yeah. And now just open your peripheral vision up. Yeah. Yeah, I feel a total difference. You kind of went from like really rigid, this, to you're more whole body connected. And in Tai Chi, we want whole body connection. So even just the way we do our eyes can change our breath and our posture. So go ahead and focus and take a breath in. Okay, because you're a trained breather, but okay. Now go into peripheral vision, and
I can feel my arms relax.
Yes.
I can feel my breath is easier.
yes, and yet I'm working harder. It doesn't feel like it to you that I added resistance, but I did. Yeah, and Now just bend that back knee a little bit. There you go, that's better. And now just put your awareness like way super behind me. No, don't move your head. Just your awareness like you're looking through me, I'm not even here. So just go all the way through me. Yeah, keep it up. There, keep it up, there you go. That's it.
Wow.
So you moved me without having to do anything here.
Yeah.
And people won't believe this.
That
right?
was cool.
It was cool,
Yeah.
right? So what I want you to do is don't start it until you want to start it.
Okay.
To test whether you're really moving me or not with this technique.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just when you are ready to, yeah, there it is right there. But you added a little arm, so that was a tell.
Mm-hmm.
So you just don't add anything here. That, I think right there. Was that when you started it?
Yep.
Yeah. So see, to me, that validates it to you and to the viewers that I'm not just, now I'm sensitive. You might do this for some other person, it might not work, but it might. So
Worth a
we're
try.
right there. And you don't have to look anywhere.
I'm looking past your ear to the plant on the wall.
So look through
yeah,
me. Like,
yeah.
see that crepe myrtle?
Yeah.
Try that.
Yeah.
Okay? So you just, relax those arms a little more. That's right. And join with my force. Yes, and don't add any more. There you go. That was nice. Mm-hmm. That was nice. So now what we're doing is using a little bit of energy.
Yeah.
This is sort of chi. So do it again, but you just don't do it right off the bat, right? Just kind of chill out, relax those arms a little more, right? Because it's not this. You're just, this is your antenna. Mm-hmm. And then when you're ready, but yeah, right there. Was that when you started it?
Yep.
It's okay. Let me see if I can do it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll try to do two. Now, to be fair, if you all practice this, the receiver should be in a shallow stance because this is a more subtle thing we're doing here. So grab a hold and bend your knees a little bit. That's right. And so there it is right there. Did you feel yourself go?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right there.
Yep, my
Then
toes come up.
Yeah, our toes
Yep.
come up. That's a good tell, actually,
Yeah.
is the toes. So it's kind of like we use that to get the ball rolling, so to speak. I lost my ball in the move. But imagine a ball at the top of the hill. And so I start with that energy flow past you and through you. I make sure I'm okay, my posture's good. And I just kind of get that ball rolling over that peak of that hill a little bit, and then I add the little bit of the force or the fascia connection or whatever like that. What I don't want to do is push the ball. Okay, so she grabs a hold, I release, I join, and then I'm just gonna go through her, put my intention way past her, and now she started to tip a little bit, and then I can.
Yeah, it's a real subtle,
Very subtle.
It doesn't feel like a lot of force, but I also can't resist it.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's exactly what it should be. That subtle, it's like sneaky. It's like you're sneaking up, and you're just moving the ball a little bit, and then you add whatever you want, Peng, Ji, on, whatever, to that ball is already just rolling a little bit. But it is super subtle. And you can, like when you practice with each other, if you do this as a practice drill, you have to sense when that person starts to move. And one way you can do it is to watch the wrinkles in their shirt. If you're not seeing it or sensing it, like I can sense it because I can feel my energy go through. Yeah. But you could, let me turn, let go of this one. You can turn and just watch this right here, like the little wrinkles of the shirt. Here, let's come closer. Like right here. So as she grabs a hold, you could just kind of use that as a cue. Yeah, you don't have to look at, since I'm sending to you. If you're the one that's sending, then look at the receiver's shirt and watch for just sort of subtle changes in the wrinkles of their shirt. If you're not able to sense there it goes. So there, yeah. Does that make sense? So if you need a visual, you can just look for really, you'll see just a real subtle, like the shirt will be like this, and then you'll see a little like that. See that? Just a real subtle thing. It's a good visual cue. That's why you don't want to practice with your eyes closed. Why would you practice with your eyes closed? Because, man, they may smack me if my eyes are closed. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to try it again? Oh, let's see. I think it's the other way around. I have you. There it is. So step 1, release. Release, release. Ah, yes. Yeah. So now I'm like, whoa. What? And then step 2. Yeah, there it is right there. That's it. Boom. And boy, that was nice because you were super soft. Super soft. Now I'm giving, a little bit, but if you wanted to, don't add. There you go. That's it. Nice. There I go. Right there. So then you can go ahead and send me. Yes. Go ahead and send. Commencement form. That's commencement form in Tai Chi.
Okay.
This movement. See? You just learned Tai Chi. So when you do your commencement form, y'all, the first thing is get yourself in your posture, song your posture, and put your awareness out there. And imagine that they've got a hold of you, grab hold, and you can just send your awareness past them as soon as you feel that they start to go.